Great. So I am super excited to finally, but not finally, in perfect timing, put out my Ayurvedic chef training, which will begin in March. And I'm mentioning this for two reasons. One is that possibly one of you may want to just check out the website that Andra just did so beautifully and look at what the offering is. And, who knows, it might be something that you're interested in. But also the idea of how simple it is to take charge of healing ourselves. And that is through the teachings of Ayurveda and yoga and through the teachings of knowing who you truly are. And this is, very simple kind of languaging, but it seems like it's a little bit more confusing, but it's really not. It's really to learn that each and every one of us came into this world with a specific constitution. And that constitution is necessary for us to achieve freedom in this lifetime with our dharma and our karmas. Super simple. Might be words that we've come to know through yoga, but it just means that you were made perfectly correct to come into this world and achieve moksha or freedom. And through that you were needed, is that good English? It was necessary for you to have a certain constitution. You might have needed to have more air or space. You might have needed to come in here with more earthy energy. You might have needed to come in here with more fiery energy. And that was to complete your task of whatever it was that you came here to do on this journey. And for me, that's pretty magnificent. And I know it is for you too, if you really take it in, that you were made specifically perfect. So maybe you had to have a little bit more earth and kapha energy so that you could hold and connect and bind and support. Maybe that's been your purpose in this lifetime. Maybe you needed some more fire so you would be a leader and you would be really there as the person who got the thing done, got the job done. Or maybe you needed more air and space because you needed to connect to spirit more and work more in the etheric realm. And so whatever you came here with is perfect. And that's how simple it is. And then to add on to that, we have these places within our bodies, which is the energy channels that we connect to support the nature of who we are. And so I want to start this morning with mudras, which again, it's so simple. What we teach here seems to be so wow, which it is, but that's what the point is. It's so simple. So bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra and close your eyes, please. And allow yourself to feel that very simple prayer. But beyond the prayer, feel your left hand and your right hand as they touch each other. The moon energy and the sun energy. The left and the right, the Ida and the Pingala. The masculine and the feminine. And then find yourself feeling that central channel. We call it the Sushumna, which is the middle, as a line is drawn down your spine. And allow the focus to beam from the left hand, the right hand, to the central channel, the Sushumna, and to the heart. And feel all the blessings that exist here. Our practice is not difficult. Ayurveda is not difficult. It's the practice of knowing who you truly are. And then allow for your left hand to fall onto your chest, onto your heart, and your right hand on top of your left. Swastika Mudra. And allow this feeling of the simple mudra of crossing your hands, the quality of embracing the sva, the self, called sva, our personal self, the nature of who we are, the constitution of who we are, what we came here to do. Breathing into, again, that simplicity, and that beauty, the spa, the self. And then finally, let your hands just open up in front of you, palms face up, just in front of you. Let your shoulders relax and receive so that your hands feel that open, receptive feeling, the Hasta Mudra. Your hands as an open vessel, emptying the mind of any static. So you receive that pure flowing energy. And then just try these three one more time. Hands together at your heart center, Anjali Mudra. Left and the right, the central channel of the Sushumna. The whole idea of opposites as they come together as you. And then let your hands flow down onto your heart, the Sva, realizing the nature of SVA, your personal self, your personal journey. And then letting the palms just open up to the sky energy, flowing, energizing, supporting, loving. Simple. And then bring your hands back to your heart center and inhale for the sound of Om, deep breath in. Beautiful. Release your hands down. Open your eyes and come into child's pose, please. Breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. Breath of life. Breath of the goddess, of the god. And to embrace that constitution that you are, whether it is more vata, air and space, whether it is more pitta, fire, whether it is more kapha, earthy. Know who you are, and then we give ourselves practices and rituals that sustain and maintain that. Foods. Good, come on up to your hands and knees and press back to child's pose. And enjoy your breath moving in through both nostrils. A downward facing dog. Good. And stepping your right foot forward. Step your left foot up to meet it. Standing forward bend. And then bend your knees here. But finding in my own practice that I am really enjoying that sensation of connecting through my legs to get more space in my body. So with your knees slightly bent, feel your outer shins hug in. You're in a forward bend still. Yeah. And then inner knees go slightly wide. Push your thighs back as we always do. And then start to push your legs to straight and reach down into your heels. Push down into the floor. Keep the navel drawn in. And do that again. Bend the knees deeply. Maybe even send your butt back a little bit more so you can feel that widening in space. And then push your thighs back as you straighten your legs, keeping your shins slightly forward and push down through your heels. Beautiful. Hands on your hips, push down through your legs, rise up to stand. Inhale your left knee into your chest. Take your arms up to the sky. Flex your left foot, draw your navel in. Take your left sit bone back just a little bit more. Good. Start to slide your left leg back behind you for Virabhadrasana 3. I know it's early. Bend your right knee, your standing leg. And then push through the standing leg to straighten it. Bring that leg back up and stand. Tadasana. In Tadasana, bend your knees, send your butt slightly back. Squeeze those shins in. And then press down through those legs, push down through those legs to come up to stand, reach your arms high to the sky. Pull the navel in, draw the armpits back. Good, draw your right knee into your chest. Notice the over tuck of the tailbone whenever we do that. So send the tailbone wide. So you got to press your sit bones back, arms up. And then slowly with the navel in, start to send that right leg back behind you. As much as I want that right leg to do a lot of action, I want you to bend your left knee here. And then push down through that leg to get that leg to go straight. And maybe even nice melody, lift the right leg up a little higher. Good, bring that leg back up. Beautiful. Lower that foot down. That's a lot of work for 3 seconds into practice. Good. Inhale the arms up to the sky and sit back to chair. Good. Lower your hands to the floor, standing forward bend. Come into squat. Turn your feet wide, come into squat. Good, and then lower all the way down onto your back. Yay, woohoo! lay onto your back. Take your right leg to the sky, let your left leg straighten on the floor. Right leg to the sky, you can use a strap or hands behind your thigh. Left leg straight on the floor. I want that left leg to be the leg that's of interest to you right now. That's the one that's on the floor. So dig that heel down into the floor, press the thigh down. Dig that heel down and pull up through that leg. So it's like you're drawing up into that hip socket and then push out through that leg. So we're talking about the leg that's on the floor still. And then see where you can take that right leg. Maybe bring it a little closer to you. But it's your left leg that is the one I'm most interested in, the one that's on the floor. With that kind of action in your left leg, can you find more support in your right leg? Can you feel that right leg really wake up? Chest lifted, navel in. Good. Lower that leg down and try the other side. When I was practicing the other day, I was like, wow, the more I access the leg that I am quote unquote not stretching. So I'm stretching my left leg, right? That's when I'm stretching. Yes, however, the more you engage through that right leg now, get that right leg to do that work of pressing the heel down, digging in, pulling it up to your hip socket, feeling that, and then releasing back out through that leg as if you're standing on your right leg. And then maybe your left leg will come a little closer. Beautiful. All right. And then bend both knees, plant your feet on the floor. If you have a strap, I want you to take the strap, and this gets confusing even when we're in person. So hopefully I can make this make sense. You're going to do bridge pose, but you're going to wrap your strap around the front of your ankles. That's it, Alana. That was quick and easy. Yep, yep. Let me see if anybody's like all of a sudden, sometimes I see like you're tying yourself up awkwardly. So you're just putting the strap right in front of the ankles and then holding on to the strap, lying on your back. Yeah, it looks like y'all got it. Great. Nice, Ronnie. Okay, now draw those ankles in toward you. So you pull the strap toward your hands and then lift your butt up, coming up into bridge. Your feet are on the floor. Your feet are on the floor. You're doing bridge. Yep, there you go. Nice, Ellen. And then lift those hips up. Keep those shoulders down. Push down through those feet. Really feel that action in those feet. Lift that chest, chin up. So don't let your chin float towards your chest. Good. And ask your spine to get longer here. How much more space can I get? Even squeeze the spine a little bit. Beautiful. Lower all the way back down. Okay, move the strap to the side and then bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your right knee on top of your left knee. Put your arms alongside the body. Put your hands down. Hands down. Good. Squeeze your shins toward each other. Squeeze a lot. And pull your knees in towards your navel. Pull your navel to the floor and lift your chest. And then feel the sit bones as they move wide. Give yourself space, but activate those legs like crazy. Breathe deeply. Sometimes we make things so difficult. Make it simple. Just do the work. Simply hold mudras, right? Ayurveda is all about yoga. It's all about holding these very temple places on our bodies as sacred. Go ahead and change legs, other knee on top. Squeeze the shins, widen the inner thighs. Activate your breath. And then feel and really, really, really get to know what it is that I can feed myself. Breath, how I can breathe myself, how I can talk to myself with mantra, touch myself with mudra. Pretty exquisite, everyone. Okay, legs to the sky. I know you all know this. Bend your knees and come into happy baby. I just have to have something to talk about with you. But I am pretty impressed and proud of this. I think I've told you guys this before that quite a few years ago I told Veronica I wanted to do this, and she's like, "Oh, a couple years you'll do it." And I'm like, "What do you mean a couple years? I want to do it now." But now is the right time because I've made it my own. Good. Roll all the way up now to squat. Come all the way up to squat. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Feel your legs here. And the power of your root chakra, the power of letting yourself sink deep into that earthy energy. It's amazing. And then standing forward bend. Okay, inhale your left leg to the sky. Hands on blocks. So you're standing forward bend. There you go. That's it, Marlene. Yeah, hands to the floor. Left leg up. So you're in a standing split. And then bend your right knee. Widen your inner right knee. Good. And then start to work from your right leg. So start to straighten your right leg. Push down through that right leg. Activate that leg. And then see if through reaching down through that leg that you can lift your left leg a little higher. Soften around your edges, please. And then lower the left leg down. Beautiful. Let's try the other side. Inhale your right leg up, hands on blocks or the floor. Have your hands somewhere that they're pressing. Bend your standing leg. Widen that inner knee. Scoop that low belly a lot. And then press down into the earth to feel that sensation of completely activating that standing leg. And then work that right leg a little higher as the left leg anchors you. Beautiful. Lower that foot down. Hands on your hips, push down through your legs, rise up to stand. And smile. Hug your left knee into your chest. Wrap your left knee on top of your right knee, left knee on top of right elbow on top of left, Garudasana. Squeeze your forearms, squeeze your shins, sit your butt way back. Breathe deeply and feel completely the power of you. Inhale, come on up, fly away. Good. All right, second side, please. Right knee on top of left knee, left elbow on top of right. And then you just go into this really beautiful place of feeling. Where can I squeeze? Where can I create freedom? Where do I need more earth? Where do I need more air? Where do I need more fire? Navel center. The fire in your eyes, the passion in your eyes. Good, fly away. Nice work, everybody. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Step back, downward facing dog. Come on down to those knees and press back into child's pose. Even here, see that your toes spread, your fingers spread. We're in the kapha time of the year as well, so we have that energy of being a little cave-like, right? A little of that bear in the cave. Also that energy, cohesiveness, what we draw to us. Walk your upper body to the right side of the mat. And lengthen as much as you can through that left side body. And then take it to the left side, stretch it as long as you can. Really pull as much, I mean, obviously be smart, but really get that side body to lengthen. We need that. If I had to think of anything that most of us need is getting that side body to get longer, because we tend to shrink, go more earthbound, get longer. Good, come on up onto your hands and knees. Take your right arm out to the right, slide in underneath your left, thread the needle. Pay attention to what your shins are doing, your feet are doing. To spin open, to spiral open. Pay attention to your legs. And then come on up and change sides. That's why it's so sweet that we give ourselves this awesome practice, because it is spending time of deep listening. It's another wonderful quality of kapha, is deep listening. So I said you want to have a kapha person in your life. Deeply nurturing. Beautiful. And then come on up. And you also want to have a Vajana Pitta, so like don't feel bad if you're not kapha. Downward facing dog. That's one thing, we tend to think one constitution is better than another, and that's ridiculous. Right foot steps forward, left knee down to the mat, Anjaneyasana. Interweave your hands, point your finger to the sky, reach up. And as you reach up, bend more deeply into that right knee. Your armpits to move back. Anjaneyasana, right foot forward, left knee to the mat. Good. Squeeze your ears for just a moment. Then you can release that, but still have that real intention of reaching up. Good. And then let your hands come down to the floor. Straighten your front leg, Artha Chandrasana. Straighten the front leg. Dig that heel down, pull it back. So again, working from that front leg, draw the thigh up, push out through the heel, get that leg so strong, and then see if you can bow a little bit more over that leg. So I know when I give the instructions, be aware that you're not going to do it so hard that it actually paralyzes you. You know, give it that energy of, I'm engaging, and then soften around it as always. Good. And then walk yourself back in, rebend your right knee, lift your left knee up, and walk over to the left. Walk to the left. Good. Turn your feet. Very nice. Nice, Elisa. And then bow here. So Prasarita Padottanasana. So Nancy, you're just going to lift up and walk to the left. Walk to the left, wide-legged forward bend. You got it. Now bend both knees. Then squeeze the shins, widen the inner thighs, lift the low belly, and then push the legs to straight, hands on the floor. Make sure your feet are parallel. Good. And then keeping your left hand where it is, take your right arm to the sky. Turn slowly, twist slowly. Get that left shoulder to lift closer to your ear. Nice, Elisa. Yeah. Beautiful, Margie. Nice, Lauren. And then right hand to the floor, left arm to the sky. So use your right arm as like that standing leg. Push down through it, and then see if you could open through that left arm just a little bit more. Push down through your standing arm. Good, Rhonda. Nice. Left hand down, walk to the front of your mat, plank pose. Lower down slow. Really anchor through your legs, rise up into cobra. Press back, downward facing dog. Nice, Allison. Yeah. Great, Melissa. Susan, left foot forward, right knee to the mat, Anjaneyasana. Arms overhead, interlace your palms, point your finger to the sky, reach up. Have that place where you're simultaneously reaching up and dropping down. Lean back, but lean that knee forward. Beautiful. Great, Sharon. Reach up, reach up, reach up. Good. And hands down to the floor. And straighten that front leg, Ardha Chandrasana. Work that front leg so that you can get your spine to move a little longer. Dig that heel down, pull up into your hip socket, and then push out into that heel. I don't want you to lock your knee, but I do want you to engage that thigh. See if you can get that left thigh to lift. And then lean forward. Lean forward. Nice, Meredith. Breathe deeply. Engage in yourself. Fully engaged. And then walk yourself back up, rebend that knee, lift your back knee up and walk to the right. Turn, turn, turn. You can bend your knees here for a moment. You can drop into your feet, squeeze your shins in, widen your sit bones, and then begin to straighten those legs and push down into the earth to lift your seat high and to let your spine get longer. Beautiful, Katrin. Look at you. Gorgeous, Rachel. Nice work, everybody. And then swing that left hand to your outer right ankle. Maybe you need to sweep your legs in just a little closer. And then take your right arm to the sky. That's it, Margie. Nice. Great, Kathy. Look, and just turn and turn and turn. Linda, and take it to the other side. Don't cheat your upper arm, you guys. Make sure that upper arm comes closer to your ear. Marlene, pull that closer toward your head, your arm. Yes, open that shoulder. Good, Allison. Yeah, twisting and turning and twisting and turning. So good. Reach your hand down to the floor. Walk back to the front of the mat. Step back, plank pose. Lower all the way down to your belly. Rise up into cobra. Open that mouth. Stick out that tongue. Press back into child's pose. Nice, Allison. Good. Love it, love it. Breathe through the spine. Think of it as the sushumna, this wonderful vessel, pranic energy. That's where all the chakras lie, right? Where the energy vortexes lie. Breathe into this vessel. Child's pose. Open up into this. Okay, come on up onto your hands and knees. Stretch your right leg out behind you. And your left arm out in front of you, not me. Good. Keep that navel drawn in, maybe even a little rounding in that back body. If you'd like to reach back for that ankle or stay right where you are, nice, Tracy. And then press that foot into your hand, open that shoulder. Maybe turn your head left or right up to you. Nice, Rhonda. Yeah. And slowly release it. So feel yourself press back through leg, press out through the arm, and then lower back down. And change sides. These are such simple things, right? But you can make them so powerful. Reach back for that ankle. What's the biggest thing that we want to do here is breathe, right? That pranic energy, that fresh, pure energy moving through the body here. As you're twisting, as you're turning. Good. And release. Downward facing dog. Okay, step your right foot forward, please. Open up to Virabhadrasana 2, second warrior. Beautiful, Melissa. You are all such rock stars, so beautiful. And then use the power of your legs here as you feel yourself drop down into your feet and draw up into your hips. Straighten that front leg and take it into triangle pose. Use your legs to open your spine. So for some of us, right, going into our constitutions, if we're Vata, maybe we need to press more into our feet to feel the grounding. We need a little more grounding. But if we're Kapha, maybe we need to pull that energy up into the hips and get lighter. And if we're a little Pitta, maybe we just need to breathe more into that navel center to become lighter, connected. Now bend your right knee and come forward into half moon. Lift your left leg up. And this is one of my favorite poses, to walk your right hand further than you think you should. Bend both knees. Pull the spine in and then start to push out through the legs, falling deeply into that standing arm, and then reaching the other arm up to the sky. Good. Step back, downward facing dog. Gorgeous. Take it through a vinyasa if you'd like or not, up to you. As you're ready, left foot steps forward. Try to make it a nice soft landing. Nice, Alan. Nice soft landing. Left foot forward, Virabhadrasana 2. Beautiful, Lana. Lift those arms maybe a little bit higher. Sink deep into that pelvis. And go ahead and straighten that left leg. And then begin to bring yourself into triangle pose. But again, the action of your legs, maybe pull up, maybe push down, but see how much that leg energy can open your spine up. Get that shoulder open. Nice, Angela. Nice, Katrin. Beautiful, Lauren. And then bend that left knee, Linda. Gorgeous. And then come forward into Artha Chandrasana. Bend both knees. Fall deeply into your standing arm. Some of you are on different sides, so that's okay. Just fall deeply into that hand that's on the floor. And then begin to push into those legs to straighten those legs. Nice, Linda. Susie, good job. Open up, open up. Good. Step back, downward facing dog. Good. Come forward to plank. Vashisthasana, right hand holds you. Stack your left leg on top or drop your right knee down to the floor or straighten your right leg and step your left foot behind you. So many options here. Good. Open up. Open up. Get that upper arm. Good. And then touch down. Nice, everyone. Change sides. Good. I love everyone's interpretation. Nice. And release down. Come all the way down to your belly and turn your cheek to the side. Rest here for a moment. Mudras and mantras, oh my. So simple. I do remember, though, I have to be honest, when I first began my yogic practice and I was introduced to Ayurveda, I'm like, that's really hard. I don't understand that. But of course, the food called me. The food portion, food is medicine, called me. And now it's just a desperate love of mine. But it's so simple. Know your constitution and know the people in your lives' constitution so you're not asking from them what they're not capable of giving. Turn your cheek to the other side. Trust in this breath. Know how healing it is for you, for me. And when your mind is resting on that breath, it's extra healing. When the mind and the breath come together, we call it prana. And then bring your forehead to the mat and reach back for your ankles. So again, using the power of your legs to open your spine. So press down through your knees for a moment. Just feel that sensation of digging the knees down into the floor and then scoop the belly a lot. Let your tailbone gently reach in and then lift up those knees, lift up those shoulders. Nice, Rhonda. And then release back down. Once again, just turn your cheek to the side. Reach your arms down alongside the body. Bring your chin to the mat, Shalabhasana. Chin to the mat, arms alongside the body. If you want to do the more traditional classic one, you can take your arms underneath you. So you're resting your arms underneath your pubic bone. And then with your chin on the mat, navel in, lift your right leg up. Take your right leg up. Lower your right leg down and then take your left leg up. Squeeze it up. Try to squeeze it up from the inner lining of your leg. And lower it down. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath, and then lift both legs up. Take your right leg a little higher. Bring your left leg to meet it. Lower back down and press back into child's pose. Gentle breathing. And then downward facing dog. Oh, it's really snowing out. How pretty. Right foot steps forward, left foot steps in just a little bit so both legs go straight. Parsvottanasana. Rachel, you don't have blocks? No? Yes. Good. Use them. Great. Tack your right hip crease back. Maybe bend your front knee for a moment just to feel that sensation of elongating your spine. And then as you press your legs to straight, nice, Allison, that looks so good. Go ahead, get as straight as you can with those legs and deeply bow over that front leg. Now keep your right hand where it is and take your left arm to the sky. Twisting. Oh, am I saying that wrong? I'm not. Yes, I am. Left hand down to the floor, right arm to the sky. Thank you for doing it, even though I said it wrong. There you go. Watch that top shoulder. So don't move the arm back, move the shoulder back, and then push your hips way back. Good, release that down. Good, now just stay there for one moment. So thinking again, if I want my legs to help me open into that twist, I want my legs to help me open into this twist. So maybe bend your front knee for a moment. Maybe see how much you can get your sit bones to move back and wide. Make sure your back foot is turned deeply forward. And maybe start with the twisting and taking that arm up to the sky with keeping that knee bent. And then starting to push through that leg and starting to straighten that leg. Maybe back knee bends too, just to create that. I don't know. I just want you to play. And then lower down and step back, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Bring your right foot in just enough so both legs go straight. Most important to have your hands on something. So on a block, on blocks, floor. Maybe bend the front knee. Maybe wiggle back and forth from front foot to back foot and then press down through the legs. Again, for me, you know, me pressing down into the ground, maybe I need more of a lift. For you, it might be the different way. So just play with, is it drawing up into my hip socket? Is it pushing back? Both are needed for sure. But which one do you need more of? And then begin to twist. Take it into the twist. Twisting triangle. Left foot forward, right leg back. There you go. And then you can take that hand down again. We'll do it the same way that we did last time. So Meredith, I think you have to go the other way. Is your left leg is forward, so you have to take your left arm to the sky. from a bent knee to a straight leg. Nice, Sharon. Nice, Melody. Allison, and then touch down and step back, downward facing dog. Nice, Allison. Great. Come on down to your knees and bring your right knee in front of your left knee. Right knee in front of left. And then sit back between your heels. Bring your fingertips down to the floor. So reach down into the earth, but lift up through your chest. Throat back. If this doesn't work, remember you can just put your right shin in front of your left shin. And when I say you can just do that, I don't mean just, it's a pretty darn good stretch. And then if you'd like to walk forward or stay where you are. Feel the connection of your baby toes to the floor. And as you're moving forward here, feel your sit bones move back and wide, which opens up your low back more. I remember the very first time I ever did yin yoga. This is the pose that we stayed in for like 5 minutes. I thought I was going to die. It's so powerful. Good. Inhale, come on up. Unwind, step back to plank. If you want to take it through vinyasa, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, we'll just switch to the other side. Great. And take your time. Feel that beautiful sense of rooting. And at any moment, especially in the time of stillness, go back to that left side, right side, and Sushumna, that middle channel that's tapping into all the energy vortexes of you. When you're ready, walk yourself forward or stay right where you are. Breathing so deeply into this moment, this exact moment where you are. No need to be anywhere else. Maybe even just for the next moment here, a little ujjayi breathing, heating breath, warming breath. And then walk yourself back up. Undo your legs, bring your feet out in front of you, plant your feet and bring your hands behind your back. Fingertips pointing towards your buttocks. Bend your knees, plant your feet. Good, now bend your elbows and sink back just a little bit into your elbows, your hands, and then lift your chest up, pull your navel in, press your arms to straight, and then lift your hips up off the floor, butt up. You're in a reverse table. Butt up. Good, now push down through your left foot and lift up through your right leg. Shoot your right leg to the sky. Nice, Lisa. All the way up, push, push. And then change, nice. Change legs. Left leg to the sky, reach up. And then bring that one down and then lower your hips down to the floor. Lean back and lift your feet off the floor. Bring your hands out in front of you, Navasana or Artha Navasana. Good, now bend your knees and reach for your big toes and slide your legs wide. So go wide as you can go. Yes. Lift your chest a lot, a lot. Woohoo! Nice job. And then come forward. Either keep holding onto your toes and come forward or release your feet forward. Stretch your legs wide. And here's going to be all of what we've been talking about. Can you press your thighs to the floor, your heels to the floor, and come into the deepest forward bend of the day? Power of your legs. Miss Tracy. If you feel like you can go further, you're going to scoot your butt back a little bit more. Maybe that means be up on a blanket. And I'm not against you bending your knees at all. But I do think if we bend our knees and then really work our spine forward, our sit bones back, and then push our legs to straight, interesting. Good. Then swing your upper body over to the right, right arm inside right leg, left arm over your ear, side stretch. Pull that head back. That's it. Nice. Gorgeous, Kathy. And go to the other side. Yeah. And then see what happens when you come back to the center one more time. I always find that when you do that side stretch, it just gives you a little bit more space. Great. Somebody was so cute. They said, I love when you teach at the studio because I hear the sound of the train and I feel like I'm there. So, you get the same ambiance here at my house. Come on up. Bring your legs back together. Squeeze your legs together. Straighten your legs out in front of you. And then bend your right knee and let your right knee fold out to the right. Janu Shirshasana. Good twist to the left. And again, thinking of length and space. And then come over that extended leg. Nice. Even see if your exhales can get just a little longer. I always felt that this pose takes me in so deep. It's a little intoxicating. And slowly with the navel pulled in, come on up. And just pause for a minute. Take it in. It's like the nectar, right? The gifts of the gods are being showered on you right now. Don't rush. And then go ahead and change to the other side. You're taking that twist over the extended leg. Nice, Angela. And then walk it forward. Nice, Nancy. Great, Kat. Stay here. Just past the anniversary of my dear teacher's passing, Ma Ba. And she would always say, no thinking, no blinking. Usually when we were staring at the fire ceremony, but I think it works here too. No thinking, no blinking. And slowly come all the way back up. Great. All right, Agni Stambhasana, fire log. So right shin on top of left shin, or right shin in front of left shin. You're flexing your feet no matter what. So Susan T, yeah, make sure your feet come underneath, good, your knees. We have a date this weekend, don't we, Susan T? Good, pull those toes back. So your feet are actually underneath each opposite knee if you're not doing shin on top of shin, but pull the toes back and then come forward any amount. Yeah. Power of your legs. Gift of these legs. And again, slowly come up. Switch other shin on top or other shin in front. You might need a blanket here, and one side might be completely different than the other. When you're ready, come forward or stay where you are. Just another breath here. Two. And then slowly come on up. Good. Okay, so you can stretch your legs out here or keep your left knee bent and just lift your right shin up and bring your right shin in front of you. So your right shin might come into your left elbow crease. That's it, Margie. Where it might just lift up in front of you and just kind of rock that left shin side to side. You can hold it instead of putting it into the elbow crease. Just hold it with your hand. That's it, everybody. Nice. Make sure that foot stays flexed. Super duper important. Good. And then if you'd like to, you just stay here or start to work your right shoulder underneath your right knee. So you're going to just start to go. We're going to work that leg to straight here too. So we take that right shoulder underneath that right knee and then place the right hand on the floor and the left hand holds that right foot. Left hand holds the right foot. And then we start to straighten it any amount, any amount. Maybe you're still in the rocking. That might work for you. Yeah. Good. And gently release down. Beautiful. Nice. Release that foot, and we'll take a hold of the left foot, bring the left shin in, do that little rocking motion first. Begin to work that. Some of you are in different knees. That's totally cool. Whichever knee you have, start to work up behind that shoulder. And maybe this is just a play of putting your arm underneath the knee and doing a little resistance, right? Letting the knee stay bent, doing a little resistance. Good, Elisa. And then seeing if you can start to straighten that leg any amount or stay in the rocking, like so many little different parts of this pose. Sundial pose. And gently release. Bring the soles of your feet together. Send your butt back and bow forward. Beautifully. Come on up. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Lie down on your back. Make sure you have your sweater on, though, if you have something nearby that you need to replace on you. Then lie on your back. Hug your right knee into your chest. I'm like, mommy, put your sweater on. Good. Hug your right knee into your chest. If you have that strap, can you strap that right foot for me and send that right leg back up to the sky? I should have told you to get the strap before you lay down. If you don't have a strap, that's okay. Not really, but it's okay. And then move your hips slightly to the right and let your straight leg go to the left. Your hips to the right and your straight leg is going to twist. So you're twisting that right leg over to the left. So straighten that left leg. Straighten that left leg. There you go. Same action that we've been playing with. Squeeze in, press out, squeeze in. Here, it's pretty important that you push back into your sacrum so you keep the wideness there. If you don't have a strap, but I think it looks like everyone does, but if you don't have a strap, you can always bend that knee. It's harder to do the straight leg. You don't have a strap. Good. Inhale, come on up. Stretch that leg back down to the floor, straighten it, and then change legs. Your hips are going to have to shift a little bit more to the left. And then take that left leg over to the right. Imagine that I'm standing between your legs and squeeze your legs in toward the center, as if I'm just standing in between your legs, giving you that resistance. And then open your chest more, pull your navel in. Come back to center. Release the strap, bring your hips back to center, and then take your legs both up to the sky, both legs to the sky, and both arms to the sky. Navel to the floor. Close your eyes. You are the fire keeper. You are the air and space keeper. You are the earth keeper. And you've been given specific amounts of these elements due to what it is that you came into this world to do. How beautiful is that? It's like you go on a camping trip and you know you need certain things to take with you, otherwise, it could be a disaster. So the universe created you exactly as you're meant to be so you can navigate this world. And this body is made exactly as it's meant to be. Hug your knees into your chest, bring your nose up to meet your knees, squeeze in. And then relax your head down and relax your legs and come into Shavasana. You ever so gently begin to deepen your breath. Let your body stretch and yawn in any way that serves you well. If you're lying down on your back, hug your knees into your chest, roll to the right side, and come on up to sit. Bring your hands together at your heart center where we began, recognizing all the holy places of you, on you. You close with the sound of Om, deep breath in. Sliding your hands to the space between the eyebrows. Namaste, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming and hanging out with me today. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you, Sheryl.
You're